I think it's the time, and yeah, hello, very good morning. Very good morning from cold Germany, I must say, at the moment. I'm very happy to invite you or to have you here again at one of our webinars, one of the webinar series which we created. And yeah, I'm very happy that I don't need to do this on my own. As you know from the past, very happy to have Jemsen here with me. Jensen, first of all, very good morning from Germany.
And also very good afternoon from Singapore.
Yeah, great. I think we said in the preparation, we said, wow, it's almost, you said it's 2 years almost ago, right? Since we found the time now to have one of these webinars again. Is it really that
Yeah,
long?
I think it's slightly more than 2 years. Yeah, more than 2 years
Okay.
indeed. Yeah, between 2 to 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah. No, but I think, I mean, there were so many changes, updates in our company, things, news, which happened. Sorry, I think it's honesty to say that we have been quite busy. And yeah, but as you can see, we are growing our LinkedIn presence. We have more than 6,000 followers on our channel. And many times there were some requests saying, hey, maybe you can come up with this webinar series again in this 30-minute format. And yeah, I think let's not waste kind of too much time for the introduction. But Jimson, I mean, maybe we have some new people watching this here. And maybe it's also interesting for them that you introduce yourself and say some words, and I will follow then.
Okay, yeah. So since there are some new guys here, I'm Jameson, who is in fact, this is across 7 years working with AGT-PSG. Right now, I'm sitting in Singapore, and my responsibility covers Southeast Asia. Yeah, many people don't understand where is exactly Southeast Asia. So it will be in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam. Yeah, these are the six major countries that I am responsible. Yeah. So please contact me if you're in this region.
Yeah, I think
Thank
we
you.
have an overview of our world sales team later too. Yeah, but I think it's already great. And there's already one guy, Jose from Dubai, from the Middle East, saying hello. He's obviously part of the sales team and the world sales team. So yeah, very great to have you all here, that you can join the session. And let me just say some words about me. My name is Jörg Irens. I'm the managing director of the company, as you said, AGT-PSG, which now it kind of transferred more into the brand name Perfect Sample Gas, because that's what I do since 2012 in this amazing industry, in this, yeah, even in very challenging times, I must say. We have been able to develop many nice things, many nice updates. And so, yeah, let's just get started, Jimson,
Mhm.
with the presentation. As we said, we have this format here. So, what is our plan? What was our idea? We wanted to give you today just, let's say, a brief overview. Nothing more is possible in almost 25 minutes left now. To give you an overview, what is probe sampling about? What is the importance of probe sampling? Why do we need this? Where's maybe also the difference between a CEMS system, continuous emission monitoring system, and PAT systems, where might be differences there? And yeah, that's what we're going to cover today. Then, Jimson, next slide, please. We have one session dedicated only to the part of probe sampling, primary probe sampling, the first takeoff point. Sometimes maybe not given the right attention. We will see later why this is so important. 10th of June, so almost 1 month time for the next session. Then one of my favorites, probe sampling transportation. I have my favorite heated line here. Gas sampling lines, heated sample lines, or however they are called. That's going to be at the 1st of July this year. And then the last session, last but not least, we always say, sometimes we call this like the heart of the sample handling system, probe conditioning, gas dryer solution. Maybe some people would love to see gas cooler, but I think drying is that what we often do as part of the final conditioning before it really then arrives. So, and that's going to be the last session at the 15th of July. Okay. Wow, Jensen. So we have some more appointments like this, I think it's a very interactive way to transfer this. Okay, so now we introduced already the next sessions. I hope you guys are all gonna join up for the next sessions. I think it's worth to say we will also give a sneak preview to the next sessions. In this session, what we are going to talk about, some news, some updates, and what is happening there. So, okay, yeah. The planet smiles green. We always, if you just go one slide back, Jensen, give me that short second, because I think, we like to play around with the word PSG, which is not Paris Saint-Germain, but we try to put all of this into this one slide, which is our vision. So what we do every day, what we do with a lot of passion, is we want to make the planet smile green. And this is our vision. And how do we get there? What is the mission? What we are doing there is we use perfect sample gas solution for your gas analysis, for your gas analyzer system. And Jemson, tell me, how many years are you in this industry now? And
well, my dear, I think I started my first career until today, in the control instrumentation and process analytical. However, right now in the sampling systems, I crossed 7 years, and now I'm moving towards the 8 years with PSG.
Wow. Yeah. So sample handling, that's interesting. But you also know the other side. The other side, we mean the analyzer side. I think sometimes pretty much underestimated how much difference a good and a bad sample handling system can do. Okay, but let's be a little faster here about this. And let me also share one comment from my dear colleague Robin, as he said, if anyone has a question, please feel free to ask during this chat. It's great to have our sales team here attending the session, so they can also drop some links with some references. I think you guys know we spend a lot of time in optimizing our website and putting all the relevant information out there. Thanks, Robin, for doing this. This is great. Okay, yeah. Gas analysis, the main components we're going to discuss very soon. This is just an overview what makes us unique as PSG. We do all in-house. We are the one-stop shop. We are the manufacturer, not trader, but manufacturer of gas sampling probes since very long. Heated sample lines with some news about our own production there with very new technologies. And the gas conditioning is also something ever since we acquired AGT, but that's already also 10 years back, Jemson. Crazy how time flies. So we are the guys who might have the deepest integration for the manufacturing for all these components. And what we also do is system integration. But system integration is what we do in Germany for the German market. And we know that this gives us a lot of insight and helps us to develop better products. Okay. So, James, yeah, I think that's the last slide about the development in our company. So since 2024, we are now located in our beautiful city, in the beautiful city of Hochheim. Here, Thorsten, my colleague, is also sending nice wishes from Hochheim. Yeah, so that's the new place where we landed, where we have a lot of space. But yeah, what must I say? It's already relatively okay booked, and we are super proud and happy about this company development. Okay, and this company development is only possible because of you, because of yeah, our colleagues, but obviously at the end, the customers are responsible for this great development. And we also want to use this opportunity here to be thankful for your great support and how you yeah, helped us in developing this way. Yeah, 70 people we already have. Jameson, that was a different number when you started. We have special focus on ATEX, ICX certified, not only the production, but many products in the meantime certified since then. And yeah, last year we had the chance not only celebrating the new headquarters in Hochheim, but also celebrating 50 years of PSG, which James and I hope you still have a good memory on this event. And yeah, I think it was a special moment for everyone. Okay. Yeah, PSG product category and strategy, just to understand that. And this is also assigned, let's say, to the product solutions. What means basic, what means plus, what is process. So when we will talk about, we get the overview, and Jimson, maybe you can walk us through the PNID, which we're going to see very soon. I think it's obvious that every industry, every application has different requirements, different challenges. And we designed a product strategy that perfectly fits each and every challenge. What does it mean? Basic is our kind of more standard product line where we have less individualization. We produce them in higher numbers, which allows to be an economical product line. For the plus line, we can do more individualizations, and sometimes we are also facing there more challenging applications. And then we have the process area. This is more or less ATEX or ICX fields. Yeah. And yeah, so that's just the general overview. Okay, Jameson, if you go to the next slide, I think that should already give us, yeah, yeah, this is the one I was looking for, Jameson. Maybe you can walk us through the different components of a sample handling system.
Okay, yeah, thank you for giving me a chance to say a few words here. I think many people cut across what is the SAM systems, yeah. But what the biggest difference is that people design it differently. Everybody approach differently. The results is different, and how long can it last? How much maintenance you're going to put in? At the end of the day, it really depends on a few factors, which is very critical. The message which I wanted to share with you. So, what's the biggest difference between a process sampling system and an emission sampling system? All right. For SAM systems, we must understand that the sample itself, they are aggressive, they are dusty, it has water, and also exposed to different temperature. right? So it is very important that the probe selections today we are talking about, it is the only product that is exposed, all right, that is exposed to the process. Therefore, the first thing first is the sample pipe. Yeah. So the sample pipe itself, we have to undergo that, when you find a pipe, it's not just a pipe, but we have to consider the velocity of the process, the high velocity, the high speed of the flue gas, and we must not allow a ordinary sample pipe that able to vibrates and the resonance that may even eventually damage the probe. Therefore, the pipe itself already has a lot of engineers, a lot of consideration. The pipe
Yeah.
thickness and also the material of the sample pipe is not just a stainless steel, but a stainless steel with uh, titanium powdered, right, to prolong the corrosion. At the end of the
Right.
day, whether it is a pipe or the probe, the first thing first is that we emphasize on a few factors. First, it has to be above the water dew point. Yeah, whether
Hmm.
it is heated or non-heated, all right, water dew point. Then, because of different gases in the flue gas, next we have to address what is acid dew point. So
Hmm.
different gases has different acid dew point. All right, therefore, the probe that we are offering, again, it is above the water dew point, it's above the acid dew point. Yeah, so that the sample always remain representative without losses. Is transferring from the sampling point all the way to the gas analyzer. Okay. Now, of course, they are in between. What is the features that we have so many probes in our product catalog? It is really addressing the back purge. Yeah, we have back purging. We have
Yeah, I think
sampling probe.
that's a good word, James, and I think we have a nice teaser for this short teaser video, which I would like to share here. Hopefully, you can see it. This is where we say, okay, what is the secret? And there we see back purging and the way how our back purging then really works. Yeah, and this video I just shared, and I think it's going to show the difference. But okay, let's maybe stay a little bit more on the kind of surface here, to give the general overview of the several of the different components. Jameson, we are now moving from the extraction of the sample which we want to measure.
Mhm.
At the end, we are moving to the sample transportation. Yeah, I think that is another big challenge to move, which sounds very easy, but to move the sample in the right condition from A to B. And I think you already mentioned some, yeah, of the key challenges there, which is dew point, and that also goes for the heated line, right?
Yes, yes. In fact, I just want to say one word about the heated line. There are so many things I like to share, but there's one word that many people, we always call it the most underestimated heated sample line, which of the long surface area whereby, you know, the heated line, there are so many available in the market. And one important factor when you purchase the analytical heated line, I just mentioned the word analytical. So the material that we use, whether it's a PTFE or PFA, these are called the analytical line, whereby
Right.
we have to consider the absorption and desorptions of the gases. So
Yeah.
it is very important. At the end of the day, we wanted to
Good.
measure
Nice.
a
Yeah.
representative.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And then what is the final task of a gas cooler at the end, Jimson? Just briefly in this overview of the sample handling system.
Yes, 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 yes. In the in the gas cooler, it is not just simply a dryer by itself, right? We have to consider a few critical factors why there are different types of exchanger and why at the end of the day, we want to say one thing, yeah, be it response time, we did losses. It is a good gas cooler only measure one thing, It is to provide you a constant sample outlet dew point. Yeah, this is a good gas cooler. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see. I see. All right, Jensen. Yeah. Maybe let's. We have to hurry up a little bit because there's only like 10 minutes left. And what we would like to do here in this session, I think it's quite important. It's clear that in 30 minutes we cannot cover all of this, but we would like to give you an overview. What can you expect from the next sessions where we will talk about gas sampling probes? So, Jensen, maybe you can really skip a few slides when it comes and go to slide 16. I think there um, we have, this is where, let's say, the overview for the slide, no, for the gas sampling probes really starts. And yeah, I think when you go back, this is the slide I was looking for, because it should give an outlook not only what has currently developed, but what we are going to discuss in very much details is that we will start with a basic solution. And yeah, that's also good for the understanding that what is the main point in the selection of the right gas sampling probe. And very often we have the situation that a problem already occurs at the primary probe stage, at the primary probe sampling stage. And that is a challenge, I would say, because like you mentioned, Jensen, when you have acid and when you are under the acid dew point, or you have any losses already in the primary probe, yeah, it's easy to say, Jensen, there's nothing you can do, huh?
Yes, yeah, yeah. In fact, when in the factory design the probe, there's one big consideration. It's nothing to do with engineering. It's always we address who wants to goes up to the stack.
Mhm.
Nobody goes up to the stack. Therefore, one of the emphasis that we design this probe is to have a long maintenance interval. It allows
Yeah.
you that once you put it up, you will only require your attention 1 year later. This is a secret
Yes.
of them. If we do have a chance to discuss this, it will be very interesting to the audience.
Yeah, yeah, I think the same. Kind of eye-opening, yeah,
Yeah.
because that also shows the development. I mean, with coming from the PSG Basic probe, we've been developed to the PSG Plus probe, double back purging for very heavy dust applications. Like you said, you can leave this probe even in high dust concentrations without any maintenance for quite some time. And
Hmm, hmm,
I never
hmm.
hear the customer complaining about that, by the way. But sometimes initially it's a challenge to transport the message and transport the USP which this product has. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then from 2020 on, we develop more even into the ATEX field, where we see that these key features which we developed, which we have in our probe, are yeah very well landed there. And I think we can also do a little sneak on the PSG EMI probe, which we are working on, which we launched in 2025. Yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
but Jensen, just a few slides we have there, and we would like to give just a rough overview. If you can go to the next slide. Yeah, we shortened that a little bit. But what I found quite interesting, only two slides left for the probe sampling session, is to show, wow, this is our filter, at least the one for the PSG Plus probe, and there's the filter of the others. We have even some competition which filter from the inside to the outside, which even then lowers the surface again. So we can offer a quite long and extensive time without any service. And how do we do this? This is represented in the next slide, Jimson, if you could give the overview. So I think you have to click a couple of times. That shows this is the flow of the gas. So the filtration happens outside of this big filter surface, which then allows to be very efficient in the filtration, and as we have the entire field there, it allows very long times without any maintenance. And I think that's already, we wouldn't say too much now about the gas sampling probes. I mean, we are very excited to share all the details, obviously, but we have to wait until the next session. Otherwise, we have not enough time. Okay. Also regarding back purging, let's skip this for the moment. Jimson, if you continue to have an overview of the gas transportation, the heated sample lines. And there I must say we have a very, very, very huge variety of heated sample lines. And like I said, we will share also more details about our Frankfurt-based new production, which we are very proud of, where we can produce heated lines in a way they have not been produced in the past. But James, maybe you can just share the next slide where we have an overview of this sometimes underestimated item, right? Maybe, I mean, James, it's your pictures. Maybe you can tell a little bit about it, and why sometimes, and why no one should miss this session when we talk about the heated lines.
Yeah, I see. So this photo was taken by me. I was at the customer site, Then I saw this and I took the pictures of the third party heated line, and then I was saying that you can see that the way they do the installation, they overlapping each other, and the way they can bend such a small radius, showing that something is amiss during the manufacturing of the heated line. So the critical point over here, two things I like to say is that never coil the heated line where the surface to surface in contact, because imagine for emission systems, they are talking about 180 degrees is relatively hot, right? There is a possibility of overheating. Number two
Right.
is that this is so having a good heated line is important to contact us when you buy from us, that we have a handbook to show you that so that you can pass on to the companies that are helping you to do the installation. Yeah, at
Yeah.
least some
Yeah.
a guideline.
I think that's true. James, if you can continue to slide 29, please. That should give not only the background, but that gives an outlook also what we are going to discuss. So starting with the special solutions in the field of ATEX, then we have the hybrid line, and also our new EMI line, which allows 180 degrees C holding temperature, cut to length technology, 120 meter with one heating circuit. That is super unique in the market. You're not going to find that. We have this line even ATEX and ICX approved. So I think that's a very special setup we're going to do in this session. Okay.
Yeah, I think
And
I want to
yeah,
let me jump in here. Maybe too fast for the audience. There's one particular, my boss just mentioned, based on single phase power supply, 180 degrees for CEMS application. All right, a single phase. We can go up to 100 meter without cutting. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
continuous meter. This is one thing that you take note. This is one of our selling, product. Second one would be also the same, 180 degrees C for ATEX, for explosion-proof area. Yeah. Please take note on here. This is something that is very unique about our products that is available to you.
yeah. That's true. That's true. Thank you for adding this, Jensen. Yeah. So don't miss this session. And then obviously, if you jump, Jensen, to slide number, what is it, 42, 43. Yeah, sorry. I think this is all the content we're going to share then more in detail in the next session with our energy saving, which also gives many advantages in the installation with the Raycam heaters we use in the heated lines. I think if
Yeah.
you go to slide number 43, that should give an overview of the gas cooler and the gas dryer. And again, there, Jameson, I think, I mean, this only represents the new developed products, right? And as you can see here, starting with the MK10, the BCR coolers, which we have obviously from the AGT conditioning systems. Yeah, we have developed a completely new thermoelectric or Peltier cooler since 2024, and since 2025 we are also representing Permapure, which have had a big relaunch now on their brand name. Have you seen that, Jameson?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. The guys have changed because they wanted to be Salera, so that they're well known under this new brand name. Yeah, happy to have this even in our portfolio, so that we can even offer richer and more technical solutions for
Mhm,
these different items. Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah, even all the details I prepared there. Maybe slide 50, Jameson, gives a short overview. Also, we were talking about the heat exchanger technologies, but this is the cooler overview for the process side. As I told you, this is mostly ATEX solution, or when we have the requirement for very high capacity cooling. Yeah, then this is the way and the slide to go. So
mhm.
I think we are almost already 1 minute longer than expected, James, and let's try to keep the time. So if you go to the next slide, that gives you an overview of our world team there, starting with obviously you, Jimson. So if you have any questions, if you need any details, if you need any quotations, uh, don't hesitate to reach out. Jose, obviously, is well known here. Antonio Mena from South America, Michael Wu from China. So the Vault team is there, is happy to support you. And I hope everyone enjoyed. I know it was a very brief overview, but we will have more time for technical details in the next session when we talk about the gas sampling probe, the heated sample line, and the gas condition. Yeah? Okay, Jemson, it was a great pleasure. Thank you for being here together. Yeah, see you in the in the next session, guys. And thank you very much. Thank you, Jemson.
Thank you. Thank you.